Back in September 1962, Ford launched the Cortina. Back then it was known as the Consul Cortina, and it sold rather well. In fact, it was the best-selling car of the 1970s. And at this point, you probably think I'm going to show you a Mk1 Cortina. Well, I am, but not as you know it. The Cortina came as a standard, a deluxe, a super and a GT, and sometime later, in this case, as a Range Rover, a Porsche and a convertible version. My initial reaction to seeing the car that it was some kind of Crayford convertible reworked. The Crayford Coachworks company launched a convertible version of the Mk1 Cortina in 1964, and around 50 are believed to have been made. But this isn't one of them. But it certainly is one of a kind. This has a flat mesh grille and bonnet bulge. Remaining are the Ban the Bomb tail lights. We have these fabulous image wheels and this rather interesting headlight overhangs. And the interior, where do we start? It's intriguing to say the least. This is a really unusual restomod. How did this all begin?
This began about 10 years ago when we had purchased the car from eBay, rotten as a pear.
Right, okay.
It had had mods done to it, but not to this extreme.
Right. Now it had the roof cut off, is that right?
Yes, that's right.
So was this a Crayford originally?
No, not a Crayford. Someone just cut the roof off.
Oh my goodness, right. Why?
Just for, at the time it was different to have a convertible Mk1 Cortina. It was different. And he liked the wind between his ear, so he took it off.
So, with the project itself, what made you change it up so much?
Because it had already gone so far, and to make it original again was too much of a job.
Right.
It was too far gone to make it original.
Okay.
So I just went my own way with it and made it as it is.
It's pretty incredible. Now, Linda, you own the car though, don't you? You're the one that bought it. So did you have a take on it as well, or did you just let him get on with it?
I let Dave get on with it. He knows what he's doing, and let him get on with it, and he'd just come in and say, come and look at this, what do you think? And it was always, oh, it's lovely.
So each month there was a new bit?
Yeah.
Come and look at the next bit.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Did you draw it out in your head? Did you sketch out what you wanted?
No, I just did it, look back at it. If I didn't like it myself, I'd change it. But if I liked it, then I'd call Linda down to see what she thought of what I'd done.
Right, okay.
And then obviously, because obviously we extended the front over the front lights, which she came and looked at to approve. And obviously then I changed the grille, made my own grille, and we went from there really.
Brilliant.
And the same with the hoops in the back seat, over the back seats, which are no back seats anymore. But I made them different ways and called her down to look at them. And then we went with this way, because she liked it the best.
Did you say to her, I've got a bit of a Batman vibe going on now? Do you want to have a look at the back? Is that what happened?
Well, it's more like a Porsche.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Porsche bit.
Okay, yeah, I like it. It reminds me of Batman for some reason, but I love it. I love that. It looks really, really fabulous.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about this engine, because we referred to the fact that this is made up from a Porsche and a Range Rover. What's the Range Rover part?
That's the engine.
Right, explain that.
The engine is out of a 1995 Range Rover.
Right.
Was smashed up, but the engine was still good.
Yeah.
So we managed to get it at a song.
Okay.
And got the engine.
So what sort of speed would this do?
We've clocked it at about 120.
Wow, that's pretty impressive, isn't it?
It's not bad. It's not
now
bad.
these Porsche seats, where have they come from?
These have come all the way from Scotland.
Right. Okay. And why Porsche seats? Is it something you wanted, or
just for the width, really?
Yep.
They were smaller than what we had inside, so they worked out better.
Yeah. And you said about Recaros, because they're quite expensive, aren't they?
Well, Recaros we had, but they were just too wide for the car.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've had to make the gearbox tunnel wider to incorporate the new gearbox and engine, part of engine.
Yeah.
So, obviously, width-wise, we went for Porsche seats.
Now, safety side of the things, obviously having the roof off, what have you done to make sure that it's safe? How's it rigid? What have you done for that?
It's got a complete roll cage.
Right.
Which you can't see a lot of, but it is underneath the rear parcel shelf, which I've made, and you've got the hoops which are connected to it, so it's very safe if it turns over.
Yeah, okay. So did you do this restoration completely on your own?
I wish I could say I did, but I had help from a friend of mine called Michael Thomas.
Yep.
At Cyclone Motorsports.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
And what was his involvement?
Wiring of the car.
Yep.
And we rebuilt the engine together.
Okay, brilliant.
So,
yeah, pretty impressive, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
So, Linda, do you remember your first proper day out in it, your first trip in it? What was that like?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
It's an absolute, it's got electric power steering,
Right.
which is really good. It's a fantastic drive. You just put your foot down and go. It's automatic.
Why this colour?
I think, as you can see, it's my favourite colour.
Your favourite colour. What's this actual colour called?
It's a Kawasaki motorbike colour.
Right, okay. And what's lovely about it is in the sunshine today, it kind of it gleams like a pearly colour in different light. It looks really interesting, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's got a real nice touch to it.
Yeah, it's a candy.
Yeah, it looks really, really good. And I guess it's a stupid question, I guess, but you must get stopped all the time and asked about this car.
We do.
Continuous.
Yeah.
People filming us wherever we go.
Yeah, it is a fabulous car. There's no doubt about it. But any chance we can have a little spin in it?
By all means, no problem at all.
Get involved. What do you think of this fabulous restomod? Please leave your messages in the comments below. And don't forget to follow our blog on www.downtothebarns.com. And as always, don't forget to subscribe. Why not follow our Facebook page, This Is My Classic, and post a picture of your car? I love the Mk1 Cortina, but even if you're a purist, surely you can appreciate the work and dedication that's gone into this particular car. And at the end of the day, where it have ended up anyway, on a scrap heap. So the car's been saved, which is amazing. But let us know what you think and leave a message in the comments below. And don't forget, as always, to subscribe. But if you like things that are a bit different, modified in an unusual way, why not check out this video of the Jaguar X-Type?